Alright, and once again, welcome back to another Age of Empires replay. I am your host, Father Christmas in purple, and we have a fun 5-player free-for-all on Arabia. So, let's get started by introducing the players. Like I said, I'm Father Christmas in purple, and I am playing as the Franks. Next up, we have Blue Fly playing as the Japanese in orange. Like you saw in the last game, we have Milzie. He is wearing the red today as the champion, and he did win, so he'll be wearing the red, and he is the Goths. Up here we have the Tuetons, and that is AHanel in blue. And then lastly, we have the Koreans, and he is Iceberg 55. So if you've been watching the previous matches, red is always the previous free-for-all winner. So we'll have to keep an eye on and see how our champion plays this game. Just kind of go over where the relics are. We have a relic right here. So 2 relics pretty close in between purple and orange. We have a relic right here by yellow and blue. One pretty much dead set in the center, and one on the far left. Alright, we have a boar lure coming in here, kind of textbook. Probably too many people on food if I'm watching that again. And let's look at yellow's base over in this area. Oh, it looks like we lost a villager to a boar. That's not a great look to see on the replay. We got another villager down by a boar, so a lot of villagers dying this round. So not great. No dead villagers, it looks like, by red. And I don't see any dead villagers by orange either. It does look like he could have picked up this other boar. Maybe, let's see if he has that in his line of sight here. Okay, yes, he does know where that is, so he maybe could have picked that up. Alright, let's see if we have really anything of point. We have a lot of defensive buildings being made, so you can kind of notice as the games go on, players are kind of adapting to the non-fortress style map. This is our first time playing Arabia, just because we know that's one of the more popular maps online, so we kind of wanted to get a feel for it. Might not be my favorite, just because I don't really like the desert style maps, but I'm definitely glad we were able to get this under our belt and keep expanding the map pool that we've been playing. All right, we have people entering the feudal age, looking around the 17-minute mark. Let's just look at this. We have some interesting farmhouse layout out of blue. I like that a lot. And we do have defensive walls out of purple right here. Looking pretty open for orange. It looks like he has a little bit of a house wall right there and a house wall up top. So he's doing pretty good there. And we do have a red wall up at the top. Oh, we have 2 villagers down. Maybe he spoke too soon about no losses out of red. Oh, and they were able to pick up a scout kill. That's a pretty big move there. Able to kill a scout from there. And looks like we do have 2 man of arms that were baited by yellow up into that tower. So pretty good play by him there. Got a lot of resources in the middle. We have blue picking up its first relic. And building some town centers up there. You will notice that blue is in the lead and is in Castle Age, so good job out of him. And it's really good to get those early town centers to kind of expand the resources that you can get there. Guess we have 2 sheep lying around by me in purple there. I definitely could have used the free food. So that's definitely a misplay by my part. And this is kind of the first early excursion between purple and yellow. I was trying to build a forward tower, but ultimately, unfortunately, there was some towers just built before yellow was able to finish theirs off. Maybe could have been targeting the villagers to prevent the second one from coming up, but definitely a good push. Glad to see some early aggression. It looks like it just was upgraded to the guard tower instead of the watch tower. So, but without murder holes, they'll be made short work out of those knights. All right, we have another small army out of red. Looks like we don't have much military out of orange, so maybe that's something. Well, he does have a few spearmen and And man-at-arms in that building right there. Got a mining outpost right here. And this is kind of a major probably oversight by the other players, is blue is able to kind of uncontestedly get all these center resources. And that kind of helped him put up. And he's mining a lot of gold out on this side of the map. And that was definitely a good play by him. So we do notice that this watchtower was knocked down. We have some defensive towers out of yellow. And he's kind of circled himself off in the back. All right. Defensively blocking the relics from his own monk. So, oh, there we go. He got it. All right. Looks like a knight was killed. The Franks do have a lot of bonuses out of the stables, so you'll kind of notice that throughout the game. Japanese have really good towers if you get their upgraded tech. And the Goths obviously have extremely powerful and quick building barracks. Looks like he's headed down to get that monk, build another town center, to get that relic, sorry. So yeah, you can see all this gold just kind of uncontested by blue. And you'll notice that I had a bunch of knights run over here and then run away. I was kind of thinking, well, I shouldn't aggravate both orange and yellow, so then I decided that I'll just go attack yellow. So if I only would have saw this, I don't think I definitely didn't see that town center, otherwise I would have moved up and attacked. But I was able to pick off a few work camps and just kind of deny some gold out of yellow, just because I knew that would be beneficial at some point. Alright, not much military out of red yet. Definitely could be probably making more. We got some knights up at the top. Was able to secure that sheep, put him in the corner. And I was working on trying to send a villager up to the right hand corner here to try and build some stables. But the wolves had a different idea in mind. Yeah, if I would have lost another one of those villagers, I was going to be really upset. Do have a forward castle, trying to defend that gold. And looks like we do have a little bit of a build-up out of... We got some samurai, we got some arbalists, we got a tower there. Yellow was able to see those knights and was able to send just a few skirms to take care of it. And you'll see here that blue did build a bombard cannon to just take down that tower, which definitely effective. Something kind of comical. I actually sent a village. I was trying to send a villager away from the skirmishers down there, and he actually made it into blue's base, and blue did not notice. And we'll see. I noticed that right away, so I was like, I was gonna maybe build a castle, but I thought that would be a lot of stone. So I was able to build a guard tower inside of blue's base, so that was pretty funny. And we'll try and keep an eye on that. Alright, we do have a house wall trying to be built right there, and we have some forward towers being defeated. We also have a keep that was finished, completed into blue's base. And yeah, this is definitely a good idea out of orange, trying to use those powerful Japanese towers. Maybe we could have had these troops defending the forward buildings, would have been a good idea. And these towers are just kind of going to work, killing a few villagers. So no other battles right here. And this will be kind of the back and forth battleground between orange and red that you'll be seeing. So Goths are pretty tough. If you can't take down the production, they're just going to keep pumping out units. Luckily, the samurais are pretty good against the Huscarl, but just the quantity of them can be pretty annoying, at least in my experiences. So we do have a few battles going on at the front here. We have one going on right here between red and orange. And then we also, I'm going to slow this down, we also have a pretty big engagement here. Some petards coming to destroy a castle. We do have a kind of a skirmish between yellow and purple as well. So good job out of orange. Was able to clear up this mess, but these barracks are just going to keep creating units over and over. So here's kind of the battleground. Lots of paladin coming out of purple with the upgraded bonuses from the okay, the trips from the Franks. And you'll kind of notice that blue is just kind of sitting back and not fighting anyone. So definitely a good strategy out of him, but that definitely sets him up for the long haul to kind of set himself ahead of the other players. So playing defensively, not doing anything, definitely a strategy you can do. Got another attack out of here. Well, we are pushing out we have an orange push. Oh, that's good. We got some trebuchets being repaired. Maybe could have sent another villager up there. Some defensive towers. I like that as well. We also have another push up out of purple. And then just as a player, I feel like I kind of struggle with using knights effectively. So this is me trying to get better at it. Maybe could have had these trebuchets attacking this castle during this fight. And obviously that's a lot of siege onagers. This is probably a little bit aggressive for this castle. I don't remember if this gets completed or not. Definitely could have had some better micro out of those. So it was able to clear out these, but it looks like some Huskarls were able to sneak back and take down the Trebs, so that is definitely frustrating. He's going to get both of them. We'll see. Yes, he is. This castle was able to be completed. We have some Trebs being built, trying to take down some forward tower or the castles. We have some capped rams going in, and I'm not sure if the war wagons are good or not. That's something I still haven't fully figured out. Trying to get these siege onagers into position. Looks like they'll be able to get a few shots on these Trebs. We're able to take out the castle, so it might be a little bit too late. I mean, those are definitely some good hits. Alright, back to orange. And I guess another tech that orange has that's very powerful is you can research to make your Trebs unpack and pack a lot faster. So we got a lot of forward siege workshops being built. Definitely a good call. And orange, it looks like, is doing a very good job. If this probably wasn't the Goths, they probably would have been able to move forward a lot faster. But ooh, double kill, good shot there. And we have another trebuchet dying. Ooh, a lot of towers being built. All right, pretty good back and forth between orange and red. Definitely no debate about that. We do have some trebuchets trying to take down this castle, and looks like you know, hard to get to the trebuchet with all of those towers around it. Got another wave of Goths unit coming in. Maybe a few more barracks or archery ranges would have been beneficial for orange in this fight. And looks like this tower does manage to stay alive for the time being, so that was kind of a big. Obviously, the most important building to kill right now is that lumber camp, not the villagers. All right, we got a rearming of red, and the push kind of continues here. You will notice that blue does attack someone for the first time this game, kind of trying to fight the kind of remains of yellow after he's being kind of hollowed out by purple. All right, yeah, that's just a tough position to attack with these cliffs in the way. So that's definitely good positioning by blue. Looks like he's trying to build some forward bombard towers. You will notice that blue does definitely like a lot of bombard towers if you've been watching the previous videos. And looks like red was just able to build more units and is able to push back into orange. Oh, okay, never mind. He's moving back. Trying to get away from those towers, not a bad call. And at this point, it's basically over for yellow. He's trying to rebuild in the bottom right corner, building a wall. But yeah, that's definitely a tough fight. Alright, I think we have the first of the siege units to come out of red. You will notice that yellow did concede, and that was probably a good call not to extend the game. He was kind of being pinched into the corner. Alright, yeah, I think the only thing holding back red here is he doesn't have more siege. If he would have had a few more trebuchets or some rams, he definitely could have cleared out a lot more buildings out of orange. Looks like there was an attack on this castle from some rams. Definitely a good call out of there. And we're slowly moving through here. We got some rams going towards the town center, but looks like they are mostly unguarded, so they are going to fall before much damage can be made. Alright, we have some military being built to destroy these forward keeps. Looks like they're being very effective against the units. But orange is able to push red back. Definitely losing a lot of ground, but it's not like a overpowering force at this point. So definitely a good job. I will kind of move over here. We do have some light cavalry going in to attack some blue lumber camps. He was able to get all of those rearstairs in the middle, so that was definitely a very beneficial from him. So probably the other players should have at least looked into that area without just letting blue take all that resources. Alright, we kind of have a break in the action here. We'll go back to these horses. Where'd they go? Alright, just kind of doing some scouting for me, hoping I can find some villagers to try and pick off. Actually was able to make it into blue. And I didn't really gain anything from that, so probably not a very good idea, but kind of unexpectedly I clicked over into blue's walls and I was actually able to make it in. But you can see he's got the fortified walls all the way around. He's got a huge base, a lot of bombard cannons. You'll see that I do attack orange here, but that was because a trebuchet was sent to kill one of my keeps. So I decided to go and just try and mess up orange as much as I could for that. I did try and kill out this trebuchet. It was 35 health away, so that was kind of frustrating. So here you'll see my forward production. I am kind of eyeing up blue because I see they're in the lead. I need to put some pressure on there. And looks like red. Let's look at red's population. All right, he's at 211, so he's over the limit. Might as well push those units in. Not really much you can do waiting. All right, we have another small push out of blue. Going after the barracks. That's a smart call, but we do have at the same time we have a push out of purple, trying to breach the blue walls. So this was pushed back pretty easily by red, but obviously he is more concerned about just making it, defending the home base. So orange has got a little bit left here. Just trying to clear out these bombard cannons. And I am trying to just kind of break down these walls. Definitely could have done a better job. Maybe if I would have had some onagers to get here, because there's just 3 siege onagers trying to... It's basically killing everything on its way. And I'm just building light cav because I have such a... The stables work so much faster for the Franks. mostly through the game I was really lacking on gold, so that was kind of why I was building kind of like a lot of trash units. So that was something that was definitely hurting me, and I was just sending in units to see what would happen. While I'm fighting in the main area, I decided that I should try and clear out some of this production out of blue. We do also have, looks like there was a red push into here. And looks like he is defending from blue just because he did have a lot of people coming in. So that's a pretty smart move. Alright, we have another little bit of an orange push on the left side here. Some production probably would have been very helpful for this. And as you can see, they're slowly dying to the castle, so tough look. Was able to clear out a lot of wood cutting here, and we do have, wow, we have some siege towers coming, and that's spicy if I've ever seen it. So we're kind of keeping an eye on these siege towers. I want to slow down the game because we do have a blue push in the middle as well. Is he gonna try and get past the walls here? So we do have a lot of skirms coming in to destroy these trebuchets, so it's a good call. And where are these guys going? I'm really excited to see where these guys go. Okay. And he is out racing the arrows from the castles, but I guess he's just trying to get into maybe get to the middle and just see if he can kill anything. They are a lot faster than rams, so not a bad call. Blue was able to pick up a lot of trebuchets. I was able to kill this castle, but you can always rebuild. A lot of villagers standing around up the top here, so at the same time we do have a lot of red forces moving into orange and kind of cleaning up orange. Yeah, that's pretty tough. Alright, I'm gonna speed things back up once again. Kind of clearing them out. We do have a monastery. I think there is one relic on here if I am correct. Yes, I am. And we do have a push out of orange into purple, kind of a last stand. I was pretty annoyed by this, if I'm going to be honest. And we have some trebuchet wars going on. Who will be the victor? Well, that's a lot of siege out of blue there. And orange was able to kind of pick up all of those defensive units right there. They were able to, I think they can just walk right through, if I remember correct. Okay, they do blow up a house. And yeah, I did not know this was going on. I was kind of focused up here, and red is slowly kind of destroying that. The petards almost killed this town center. I was able to repair it and prevent them from dying, but yeah, a lot of my county was killed for this attack, and I was pretty annoyed, and this kind of set me off foot for this fight up here. So definitely should have been building more units, and you'll see that blue fly does resign. So we're down to the last three. We got purple, we got blue, and we have red. So I'll just kind of speed this up. Very good defenses out of blue. I wasn't able to kind of clear out the trebuchets, and I thought if I just threw a bunch of lycav at it, maybe that would be effective. I'm interested to see what red does for this last fight, because I know from my perspective as purple what I was doing to try and kill blue, but we'll kind of keep an eye on red to see what he does. And there's just so many defenses. We got a lot of siege onagers, bombard towers, and you'll kind of see out of red he's lacking on gold and wood. Blue has a lot of resources left in the bank, so that's definitely going to keep him ahead of the other players. And we'll look back at myself here. I have a lot of wood, not very much food because a lot of those farmers were killed. I do have some gold left. I do have one relic. I believe I have one relic. Yes, I have one relic. Alright, so this gets cleared out by blue, so I'm like, fine. I'll rebuild again and try and go back through this wall. Alright, we do have a push out of red. I'm interested to see. I think really only thing he's missing here is more trebs. If he had more trebs, I think he could be going through. I mean, we have double walls out of blue, so just playing defense. And I am trying to build up and clear them out. Alright, so we have another push. These siege onagers were very brutal, just kind of killing the rams. And just trying to clear out this area with my units. Maybe some more siege could have been the deciding factor. We also have an attack at the north here. We got a lot of rams in the back. Oof, that could have been deadly. Friendly fire. Oh, and these siege onagers are doing work. They are cleared up. You'll notice that I am able to kind of break through at the top here. And yeah, red should be going into these walls, I think. So at this point I was really struggling. Like, I didn't really know what comps to build. I was able to keep making it into this area, but I knew there was another whole section to go. Alright, we'll keep an eye on red. Got a lot of Teutonic Knights right there. They're just kind of clean up any hand-to-hand combat, so they're kind of have the upper hand on these red military. Was able to break in another hole over here, and that's a lot. Okay, we have a lot of rams out of red. I'm interested to see how this plays out. Alright, he is able to win this fight, so I'm interested to see what happens after this. I am moving into Blue's base. Blue just has a lot of units, military in general. Alright, the rams are coming in. Let's watch these rams. I'm interested to see where they're gonna go. Got some paladin. I kind of ran out of siege, so that was definitely my main backfire. If I would have had some siege, I probably could have cleared this out. Could have cleared out some more production. And okay, got a lot of rams just rolling around. I guess he's using. Okay. And there's just a lot of walls in the way for. I think there's some trebs. Trebs would have been some trebs paired with this to clear out the bombard towers. That would have been very, very beneficial, I think. Got some heavy scorpions. Maybe could be moving up here to push that back. Got some red units up there. We have one ram watching closely, and this is a brutal choke point. These bombard cannons are just hitting hard. Maybe a better point with these rams would have been up here, since it's not double walled. But definitely a good push out of red, all good things considered. All right, so I'm gearing up for another attack into blue. But these Teutonic Knights were just definitely a good defense against both compositions of purple and red. I'm interested to see what his infantry is 140, so that he's got a lot of military. That kind of explains it. And I do have finally a forward push out of blue into red. Looks like all of the villagers are dead out of red. Wow, I don't know what happened there. But maybe he killed all his own villagers? Guess we'll Guess we're attacking the wall for no reason. And the Tuetons do have stronger castles as well, so that is something to keep in mind. Good thing we got that mining camp out of the way. Don't want that anymore. Might as well have these villagers. Let's see how many villagers are in here. Yeah, let them go out and farm. But that is a pretty big push out of blue into red. And we'll see. Yeah, almost. Blue just has a really good defensive position. Slowly able to pick off all the siege. And this is just a slow but steady push out of blue. Milzie can't send too many troops because then obviously he'll be weak against the purple attack. But he is kind of clearing through red like a hot knife through butter. I hear a lot of units being built. Alright, a lot of halberdiers being built at the bottom here. Probably not a very good counter to knights, but better than nothing. Okay, we do have a barracks built at the top here. Looks like that is found out by blue right away. And we have another push out of purple. I'm interested to see what AHanel is. Yeah, he's doing pretty good on resources still. Was able to go through here. I would say probably mismanagement of my trebs in this fight. Was able to pretty easily clear that out, so kind of disappointing for me. I was hoping to do a knockout punch to blue at this last fight. You can see that red is pretty much cleared out. He is rebuilding. He's got 2 relics there, so he's going to try and make sure to get those back. But I think the missing piece for the purple army, for sure, it would have been any type of archers, would have been pretty big. These Teutonic Knights don't have great pierce armor, so that could have been, with hindsight, yeah, that would have been a great counter. But in the moment, I don't think I ever built a archery range in this entire game, so wasn't really on my radar. Was trying to build some forward production right here, but it ultimately was shut down. At this point, I was angry that red was still in the game, so I decided to send some light cabs into down here just to see if I could pick him off. And we do have a kind of a first push from blue into purple. And at this point of the game, I was pretty frustrated, so it kind of decided that this would be the end. I did resign, and then red did resign as well. Did have a little bit of resources left, but I don't really know would have been a good way to kind of clear out blue. I think he would have eventually just won by the lack of resources. So pretty fun game. Great job out of blue. Very good defensive strategy. It definitely worked for him. Let's look at the achievements. We have the Absolute Urban going to blue, which makes sense. His score was almost double everyone else in the game. So we'll look at the achievements here. Units killed by blue so his KD ratio is very good. You can see the KD ratio by both myself and purple and red was almost like 2 deaths for every kill that we got. So not very efficient, that is for sure. We had a largest army of 159 by both players, so that is pretty huge. Not many villagers behind that. Most wood collected on myself, but everything else was mostly collected by blue, and he did get all those extra gold and everything in the middle. Got 90%. Wow, that's pretty high for me. 60 research count, but pretty good research count for everyone else. Lastly, we got 2 relics out of blue, 2 relics out of red, and the last one for myself. So hopefully that was a good watch for everyone. It was definitely a fun game to play. I do have some more games recorded, so I'll get on those soon, and hope you have a good rest of your day. Thank you.